RFK Jr. and others have previously hinted, sometimes not so much of a hint, sometimes rather overtly, at a link between hepatitis B vaccination, the newborn dose, and autism spectrum disorder or other medical conditions like autoimmune disease, allergies. In your group's review of the published safety data, what were your findings on autism or other diagnoses, I guess under an umbrella that may take longer to show up, the things that don't happen immediately?
I can say with absolute certainty there was zero signal of any of these issues. Well, a low-grade fever, some redness at the site of injection, these are the most severe things we've seen. Otherwise, this has been a remarkably, remarkably safe vaccine. And, we now have had enough time to follow it so that we're not talking about 6 months or 12 months, but we're talking about the effectiveness of the vaccine into 30 and 40 years. And we're talking about the side effects. And so, we can even say with confidence, there's not a late sequelae kind of picture that might occur 20 or 30 years later. So again, that's what makes this argument for vaccinating at birth so compelling, is that you're doing no harm and you're doing a great deal of good for your child. And that's what we need parents to understand. And let me just come back again to one last point, is if the ACIP this week votes to rescind this recommendation, the Vaccine for Children's program and so forth are not going to basically kick in. Then we've guaranteed a number of these mothers that they will transmit to their child because they won't be in a position of saying, yeah, okay, I'll pay for that vaccine.
Right. Effectively, and I don't know whose head this falls on at that point, giving some children statistically, liver cancer, cirrhosis, death from those conditions.
Anyone who's had liver cirrhosis will tell you that it is a horrible, horrible disease. And, a liver transplant today is $320,000. That's the kind of thing we're talking about if you have any hope of basically turning the course. Primary hepatocellular carcinoma, liver cancer, is one of the hardest, most difficult cancers to deal with and treat. And so, again, from that perspective, this is not a stitch in time saves 9. This is a stitch in time saves 1,000,000.